Did I show you guys these last month? I think I did. If not, I won a giveaway and got Evelyn Hugo and Girl Made of Stars. Pretty sure I got those last month though, so we'll just not count those. Hi everyone! So I just started to fix up my bookshelves and realised, shit, I need to do my July haul or I'm gonna forget what I bought. So I haven't organised these at all, but I think I know all of the books that I'm supposed to be showing you. Again, I say this every time and it never works, but I am trying to fly through this because I don't want to lose the bookshelf organising mood. So I think I have 40 books, which we're lowering the number every month. We're getting there. Not all of these I bought either, so like, the first 2 books I'm going to show you guys I actually got from one of those little lending libraries. My friend and I were on a drive through all the little towns nearby and we drove past a phone box and I was like, hold up, there's books in there. I took The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro and The Crow Girl by Eric Axel Sund. I haven't read any Kazuo Ishiguro before, but I do have Never Let Me Go that I want to read, and I figured it was like the only name I recognised, so. And I picked this up because I'm a part of Penguin's Bookmarks, which is like their sort of a focus group sort of thing. You do like surveys and help them pick covers for books and shit. It's fun. And you get points, and when you reach a certain level they give you like a personal shopping experience where they list something like 15 books and you get to pick one, they'll send it. So I obviously kept a note of all the books that they recommended to me and this was on it, so when I saw it I was like, mine. At the time I didn't have a book to put back, but I did go the next day or something, like I think it was the next day, and put some books in as like a thank you. Subscription boxes. For those of you who don't want to be spoiled for the July Owl Crate, although I think everyone's got theirs now, look away. We got From Twinkle with Love by Sanja Menon, which I really wanted to read like immediately and I still haven't. I also got my last Willoughby book club for the time being and they sent me The Book of Speculation by Erica Swyler. Now, I was a bit confused at the time because I was like, oh, I've never heard of this, what is this? And reading the back I was like, is this for me? Like, I'll give it a try, but like, I couldn't fathom why they thought I would like it until I went on Goodreads, and Goodreads says, like, basically, if you like The Night Circus. So I was like, yes. So this is high on my to-read list, definitely. And of course, I got a shitload of books in charity shops and my new favourite place, Depop. However, before we go to those books, I may or may not have went into my old work and I found the sale box. Can I just say this whole pile? £6. Wait until you see, like the clearance section was crazy. I'm losing my voice, I think. Wait, you weren't from Waterstones, were you? Maybe you were. For £1 I got Everyday Gaelic or Gaelic. I still haven't figured out the right way to say the language of Scotland. But you all know how much I want to learn French, how much I love France. But I also really, really want to learn Gaelic. I'm from sort of central belt Scotland where no one speaks Gaelic, and it's just, I don't know why, but like nobody teaches it, and it's one of those languages where the places that do speak it, they also speak English, so it's not a necessary language, and it's very much going to become lost soon because we don't teach it in schools. And I just, you know, it's part of Scottish culture and heritage, and I am Scottish. I feel like I should speak Gaelic. This book is in the pile of Waterstones books, but I don't know if I bought it at Waterstones. But I got Neil Patrick Harris's The Magic Misfits. Look. I have a feeling I bought this in a charity shop. So, sorry, not organised. Who cares? Not me. But this is a middle grade book and it is something to do with magic. Why? Oh, I hate when... Apparently Neil Patrick Harris is that classy and that fancy and famous that doesn't have his author profile in the back. He's at the front. The book synopsis is at the back. But something to do with magic. For £1 in Waterstones, I I picked up the paperback of Obsidio, which is part of the Illuminae Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. No, I haven't read Gemina yet. No, I do not own Gemina, but this was £1. Now, this one, it makes sense it was £1. The back is coming off quite drastically, but at the end of the day, the book is still readable. So, it was better than the tenner originally. I have sellotape. I'm sure I can fix it. Also for £1, I got the paperback of Roseblood by A.G. Howard. This is a Phantom of the Opera retelling, and I have the hardback from my owl crate. There's a sticker stuck to the back of my book. I mean, come on, it's slightly bigger paperback, so we know I had to buy it, and it was £1. I also prefer paperbacks to hardbacks, so I got it. Literally, this is only on sale because the small paperback came out. And finally in Waterstones, I did have a little bit of a really Emma moment, but for £3 I picked up God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. I have an ARC, where is it? Somewhere. When I was in Waterstones, I got sent an ARC of Nevernight and I hated it. Well, I read like a page and couldn't get into it. But this was only £3 and like, come on. Come on. Charity shops and Depop and shit. I got Unboxed by Non Pratt, which is a Barrington Stoke title, which are the books that are made for reluctant readers, dyslexic readers and all of that. They're very, very short and they're on like a slightly different colour paper with a weird font. I'm saying weird, it's actually quite a nice font. I imagine it's going to be good. The cover's pretty. I got a copy of Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I have never read Neil Gaiman. Everyone seems to love Neil Gaiman and I think he's magical realism, so I should love him, but he did create Coraline and we all fucking know how much I am traumatized by Coraline. The movie, not the book. I feel like the book would be worse, but no idea what this is about. Victorian era, that's all I need to know. I was in a charity shop with my gran and she picked up 2 books and she was like, Emma, there'll be an awful job if I'm buying books and you're no. So I was sort of forced to buy some books, so I just picked up like random ones. I can't even remember. I know I got this one, but I have absolutely no idea what else I bought. I got Don't Tell by Sandra Glover, which is very short, apparently super gritty, something to do with a secret. It's probably really bad. It's one of those, I don't know how to describe it, but like 2006, you know, it's that era of YA that's like, they're meant to be like, YA wasn't really a thing, so it's actually like a kid's book that's just kind of, oh, I don't even know how to describe it, but they're just those books you're a bit like, about. I grabbed a copy of Our Chemical Hearts by Crystal Sutherland. This did its rounds when it came out and I don't remember much about it, but it's a hotkey book which gives me a handy dandy pie chart thing. It's apparently about first love and it's bittersweet. John Green meets Rainbow Rowell in this heartbreaking tale. Well, shit. Not in the mood to be heartbroken, okay? I want like fluffy contemporary or fun mystery. I'm saying fun mystery, like drama, basically. I hate that. Emma, stop saying you grabbed. I bought, just say the title of the book. Elixir by Hilary Duff. I was curious about this when I first found out Hilary Duff wrote a book, because like, yes, this is Hilary Duff as in Lizzie McGuire, but I kind of just forgot about it until I saw it in the charity shop and I was like, you know what? Because I read the back without actually like looking at who'd written it and I was like, that sounds good. Then I looked at the front and I was like, oh, it's the Hilary Duff book. But it sounds intriguing. It's some sort of like paranormal kind of ghosty thing, I believe, because it's something to do with like seeing shadow images and pictures and I think she ends up falling in love with a ghost or who fucking knows. But I think it was last month I hauled another copy of The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I did not buy another copy of Shadow of the Wind. I bought The Prince of Mist, which is a standalone, which I'm very excited about. This is also historical like war fiction and it's very short. So I think I'm going to read this one before the Shadow of the Wind series. What gets me though is the back here says, originally published in Spain as a young adult novel, El Príncipe de la Niebla, because my Spanish is incredible. So does this mean they haven't published this as a young adult novel? Like, why Why specify that Spain published it as YA? Unless you, I don't know. I'm thinking too much into it. This looks good. We all know I'm a sucker, as I just said, for buying multiple copies of a book. But this one was so pretty, and I needed a kick to actually read this damn book. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson, which was the first Morgan Matson I bought, probably the only Morgan Matson I own, and definitely one I haven't read because I've never read her, but I really like the sound of it. So I saw this cover and I was like, holy shit, like I never knew this cover existed. I only know I would look for it, but it's somewhere in this mess of a bookshelf. You all know like the typical cover, it's like beige. But this is so cute, and look at the back, it's like a postcard, like literally it's written sideways like a postcard. I just think this is so cute and I couldn't resist it. So if anyone wants to tell me, it's got a UK price on it, so it must be like the original UK cover. I seem to be on a bit of a middle grade buying spree this month because I got When Hitler Stole When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit, not Red Rabbit, by Judith Kerr. Although she says her name like Carr, but that might just be her accent. Anyway, this is one of those like sort of middle grade classic-y war things. But this book I'm sure is based on Judith's actual story. Yes, Judith was born in Berlin and left Germany in 1933 to escape the Nazis. Her novels are based on her own experiences. And also in a charity shop, I grabbed Journey to the Centre of the Earth by Jules Verne, which... French. I want to read more French classics, French literature, and Jules Verne is French. It literally says here, oh, it just says translated. But first published, Voyage au centre de la Terre, first published in Paris in 1864. Wow, that was the same time as... That's literally like the same year Les Mis was published. Near enough. 1860s. Maybe they were friends, I need to look into that. But I'm sure you all know what this is about. I absolutely don't. I think there's a film, I don't think I've seen it. I was not very like cultured as a child, but I'm fixing it now. This is a very small paperback. It's the Puffin Classics that you get, like basically classic books in the kids section. Wow, Emma. Explanations. This is something to do with an ancient book being opened, the journey to the centre of the earth, and I assume this creepy ass looking basilisk thing lives there. Speaking of French literature, I got a copy of The Lost Estate by Alain Fournier, which, beautiful cover, right? This is one of the Penguin, like My Penguin classics, where like you can design your own cover. But this is the English translation of Le Grand, his surname, Molnaise. If you missed my announcement video, myself and Aurélie at Knit and Read are hosting a read-along of this in the month of September, where we're just going to read this book. She's reading it in French. I'm going to attempt to read the first chapter in French, then read the first chapter in English, see how much I grasped, and possibly continue reading in French, but likely it's going to be in English because I haven't done much French in a while. I will leave the announcement video below. If you would like to join us, that would be so much fun. Severed Heads, Broken Hearts by Robin Schneider. I think I got this month. I've been curious about Robin Schneider in a while. Can't speak! For a while I've been curious about Robin Schneider's books, and I kind of forgot about them, and then when one was like offered to me, I was like, why not? So something to do with tragedy. Literally, I think that word's used like 10 times in the synopsis. 2, but still. If you survive disaster the first time around, what happens when it strikes again? We'll find out. I have hit the point of forgetting that I've bought books. Literally walked into a shop and was like, I've been dying to read this book. Oh my fucking god. Bought it to get home and realised I bought it 6 months ago. Or something like that. So I have a second copy of Rivers of London by Ben Aronovich. I got a copy of The Witch's Kiss by Catherine and Elizabeth Corr. I have no idea what this is about. A witch. Oh, I know why I bought this, because apparently I heard someone talking about some sort of witchy readathon. It was probably Rhiannon in like October or something, I don't know, but I figured I should really buy some witchy books for that. I finally completed my Medusa Project collection, which, well, series. So I got Double Cross and Hit Squad by Sophie Mackenzie, which, as I said, are part of the series, so I have no excuse not to read it now. I couldn't resist The Muse by Jessie Burton because this cover is gorgeous. I do have The Miniaturist, which I haven't read, but this is something to do with a gallery, an art gallery, and a painting with a secret history and explosive and devastating consequences. Told you I prepared. I bought Fractured by Terry Terry, which, one, is a great name, and two, this is the sequel to a book. Slated, Shattered, Slated. I think it's Slated. I don't own it, but I have the sequel, and we're gonna move on. Oh, moving on. I got Merda, actually, by Stephen Clark, which is the sequel to A Year in the Merda, which I don't have. In my defense, it was like, it was up to four books for 99 pence. And it literally had in the sign in brackets, that means one book still costs 99 pence. So I had to find something and I just went with sequels. Look Who's Back by Timur Verms, which, if you can't tell, it's Hitler that's back. There's his hair and the title's his moustache. But this is like proper sort of satirical. I'm just gonna read the back because it's funny. Berlin, summer 2011. Adolf Hitler wakes up on a patch of open ground alive and well. Things have changed. No Eva Braun, no Nazi party, no war. Hitler barely recognises his beloved fatherland, filled with immigrants and run by a woman. And he's furious. Get it? Because furious. I shouldn't find that funny, but I really do. People certainly recognise him, albeit as a flawless impersonator who refuses to break character. The unthinkable, the inevitable happens. And the ranting Hitler goes viral, becomes a YouTube star, gets his own TV show, and people begin to listen. But the Führer has another programme with an even greater ambition. To set the country, he finds a shambles back to right. I just think this is going to be so funny, but possibly scary, because, like, Trump is basically Hitler. Who Runs the World by Virginia Bergen I picked up for like £1, and this is that one book where like there's meant to be like a virus that has like destroyed all men, basically. It's eradicated them, almost all of them. I think our main character ends up like falling in love with a person that she doesn't realise is a boy. I'm not really sure. I have seen some negative reviews, but I'm always skeptical because I feel like the minute anyone tries to write anything of this sort of calibre, people are gonna find problems. I don't know, we'll see what happens when I read this. I don't know why, oh, fuck off. I don't know why I was possessed to buy this book, but Frozen Charlotte by Alex Bell is about a creepy fucking doll. Why, Emma? Why? I picked up The Dreaming Volume 1, 3 and 2 is on my bed because I'm about to read it because I've read volume 1, it was really good. This is a 3-part manga. It's a backwards manga because it reads left to right, like it should be this way, but that's the actual, like, it annoys me because surely a manga means right to left, right? Anyway, this is about twins who go to a boarding school. Girls go missing in the bushlands because it's in Australia. And the creepy like deputy head doesn't like twins, so they have to pretend they're not twins. I don't really know what's going on because I've only read the first volume, but really good so far. I picked up this Saurano by Geraldine McCaughrean. This is like a Welsh tale, I think, but everyone says it's the most beautiful love story. Why not? I got Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier because I've been wanting to read this for so long, so I was like, fine, I'll buy it. And I got The Chamber of Secrets Slytherin edition because love me my Harry Potter. If you can't tell, I'm rushing because I only have like 5 minutes left to film and I still have like 10 books. I got Given to the Sea by Mindy McGuinness, which I found in a charity shop, and like, okay, I have no idea what this is about. Something to do with someone being fed to the sea. I think this came in like a fairy loot and everyone read it. What am I talking about? I got Choker by Elizabeth Woods, which something to do with friendship. No idea. No idea. Beautiful cover. I got Bad Girls Don't Die and From Bad to Cursed by Katie Allender, which is something to do with a little sister being obsessed with a creepy antique doll. Amazing! I got Ash by Melinda Lowe, which I only bought because like it was part of a bundle, so I was like fine. And then I realised on Goodreads that this has an alternative cover that I actually had recognised and had wanted before, so I'm glad I got this. I think this is a Cinderella retelling, bit magic and stuff. And I also got A Line in the Dark by Melinda Lowe. I'm obsessed with this cover, by the way. And the line between best friends and something more is a line always crossed in the dark. Fascinating. I have seen people love this and I've seen people not enjoy this very much, but I'm curious, and as I say, I'm obsessed with this cover. And finally, I think finally, we're gonna go with it because I don't have time to look. This should be everything. I got The Cresswell Plot by Elizabeth Vass, not sure. This is a cult book. We know how much Emma loves her cults, because who doesn't love a good murderous cult? Come on. But yeah, this is about a girl, Castella Cresswell, and her 5 siblings, and they live in a ramshackle home in the woods, abide by the strict rule of God whose messages come directly from their father. But then she like goes to school, and I think it's all about her like finding the real world. But this cover like kind of creeps me out because it's got a doll on it. That was really loud, Emma. I'm in a weird mood today. I'm very excited for this. That was my July book haul. I am today pleased with myself for not going as mentally as before, but we do need to keep the book buying lower. Hopefully August is a complete no buying month, because this was supposed to be the month that I didn't buy anything so I could buy books in August, and it's not working. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys for the 700 subscribers. If you haven't already, I would suggest now is a good time to start reading the description, because we're getting very close to something. I'll say no more, but yeah, just I still can't believe that like more than like one pair, like my mum doesn't even watch my channel, so I can't even say like people beside her, because even she doesn't care. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, comment below, let me know if you've read any of these, like which I should get to immediately, if there's any that are absolute garbage and I should remove from my life. And I will see you in my next video, where I will not be chewing gum that's about to fall in my mouth constantly. Bye!